Hello guys, welcome to my channel. Today we are going to discuss the evolution of Nissan Skyline. The first car in this category came in 1957, but at this time it was a Nissan. It was a different company called the Prince Motor Company. It introduced a luxury oriented model. Then in 1963, the second generation of the Prince Skyline took place. It was a very modern style car and it had two variants. One was the four-door sedan, another was the station wagon variant. Then in 1966, the model became the Nissan Prince Skyline after both Nissan and Prince merged together. The third Skyline was the first Skyline to wear the Nissan badge. It had become so famous because of the introduction of GTR in 1969. It produced maximum to 160 horsepower. Then in 1972, the fourth generation of Skyline introduced a very different look to the model. It was a sharper, featured a fastback style roof of the coupe. There were also sedan and wagon body styles. This was so rare. Then the fifth generation arrived in 1977, wearing a styling somewhat similar to the previous model but with the boxier overall appearance. There were four-door sedan, coupe and a wagon variant. However, there was no GTR for this generation. The sixth Skyline continued the move towards more angular styling when it arrived in 1981. In addition to the previous coupe, sedan and wagon variant, a five-door hatchback also joined the lineup for this generation. At this time, this made the model the most powerful road-legal Skyline ever available. The seventh version arrived in 1985. It involved the look of the previous model and buyers were able to get a sedan, four-door hardtop, coupe and station wagon one. Later in 1989, the 8th generation Skyline brought a body with more curves to the vehicle, reversing a trend of increasing sharp shapes that has been happening for years. Nissan also simplified the lineup by only offering a coupe and sedan. The big news for this car is that it is also known as R32, the return of GTR. It has overall 276 horsepower. The R32 GTR also proved to be very successful in motorsports. Australian press dubbed it Godzilla as a monster attacking from Japan. The R33 Skyline arrived in 1995. It was of 276 horsepower. The Nismo division also introduced the 400R using a 2.8 liter twin turbo inline 6 with 395 horsepower. Then the 10th generation R34 Skyline arrived in 1999. It had a coupe and a sedan variant. Also, in addition to that, it had a station wagon variant as well. Then in 2001, its 11th version of Skyline arrived. It was available as a coupe and sedan. Plus there was a station wagon without Skyline branding but riding on the same platform. Then the 12th generation Skyline joined the Nissan range in 2006. The expected sedan and coupe variant were available. Plus there were a new crossover variant which was sold as Infiniti EX and later Infiniti QX50 in the United States. Then we have our current version, the 13th generation of the Skyline from 2013. Like the previous two, it's largely similar to the Infiniti Q50 sedan. And that's the evolution of Skyline. Hope you like it. Please do what you need to do.